Hello and welcome back to Lucy, the eternity she wished for. Let's continue where we left off. Lucy? Lucy? Lucy Valentine, can you hear me?
Lu.
Can you hear me? Lucy Valentine?
Lucy?
Yes, Lucy Valentine. That's your name?
Lucy 발렌타인. 당신은?
Do you recognize who I am? Lucy slowly shakes her head. Is that so? I continue. I am Dr. Ryu, and this is the Cave Robotics Research Lab.
류원 박사.
Yes, Dr. Ryu. I'm your creator.
나를 만든 사람.
Yes.
나를 만든 사람. 류원 박사. 류원 박사님.
Yes, Ryu. That's my name. Funny to be saying all of this now, but yes. Ryu, that's my name. It's a bit of a late introduction, but be sure to cherish and remember it.
기억했습니다. 류원 박사님. 주인님! 주인님!
My body is being shaken from side to side.
주인님!
Something is shaking my body. Ugh,
주인님, 일어나세요.
what do you want? Still feeling drowsy, I try my hardest to overcome the weight of my drooping eyelids. Finally managed to force open my eyes. And right before me was a pair of blue eyes the size of frying pans. Ah! I stare at Lucy in bewilderment as I find myself falling off my bed.
이제 아침이랍니다. 좋은 꿈 꾸셨나요?
Before I make any attempt to talk back to her, I decide to check the time. It was earlier than usual. I let out a big yawn. It's so early in the morning. Before I could ask why I was woken up so ahead of schedule, I started to sniff. I could smell something delicious. My room was filled with mouth-watering scent. I tell myself that the neighbors must be cooking up something good. Lucy suddenly opens her mouth.
아침 식사 준비가 되어 있답니다.
Those words were the most unexpected. Did you just say breakfast?
냉장고에 있는 재료로 간단한 한식 메뉴를 준비해봤어요. 다만 입에 맞으실지는 모르겠네요.
Breakfast? The word had a nostalgic ring to it. When was the last time I'd eaten something other than fast food for breakfast?
참, 특별히 싫어하시는 음식은 있으신가요?
Whoa. No.
싫어하는 식재료는요?
No. Nothing like that. I wanted to say carrots and cucumbers, but I decided against it. I didn't want to be seen as an immature kid complaining about his food. It just doesn't fit my cool intellectual image. Still, I still hadn't fully woken up yet. I confirmed my understanding with Lucy once more. So you're telling me you've made breakfast?
네, 루시가 실력을 발휘해봤어요. 앞으로 10여 분 후면 완성이 되니 이것 마시고 조금 기다려주세요.
A cup of water is presented to me. I was just starting to get a little thirsty too. As I grab hold of the cup, its pleasant coolness spreads along my skin. Feeling embarrassed about following Lucy's order, so I decide to make a small complaint as I put the cup to my lips. Next time you should wake me up when the food's actually ready.
안 돼요. 일어나자마자 식사를 하면 위와 장에 무리가 간답니다. 한 잔의 물로 장 활동을 재개시킨 이후에 음식물을 섭취하는 편이 좋아요.
How annoying. What a strict one this robot is. Enjoy the feeling of the cold water pouring down my throat and quenching my thirst. Feels like my insides are being cleansed thoroughly. Suddenly I realize how absurd this whole situation is. The fact that someone is preparing breakfast for me? Could I still be dreaming? I feel like I'm on cloud 9. Lucy cheerfully skips towards the kitchen. I only continue to stare at her blankly. 10 minutes have passed. Only now I feel more awake. It's a pain how my body is really slow to start itself up. I begin to feel hungry. The smell of Lucy's cooking motivates me to drag myself out of bed. I head straight to the kitchen table. I'm stunned by the veritable feast laid out before me. A cloud of white steam is rising from the bowl of rice. The soup is boiling with intensity. The sound it's making is music to my ears. And there's a perfectly prepared fish along with a variety of side dishes. It'd be shameful to compare this to a lunchbox from a convenience store. Appearing to have sensed my delight, Lucy smiles pleasantly. Her voice is full of tease.
에헴!
I feel a sense of defeat. I begin to feel frustrated for no particular reason. I want to say something in reply, but I decide to hold back. I take a seat in silence and lift my spoon.
맛이 어떠신가요?
I haven't even taken a bite yet. What's the rush? Just hold on a second.
자, 식기 전에 빨리 드세요.
Lucy takes a seat at the opposite end of the table. While striking a sly pose with her hand on her chin, she urges me to eat. As if the food was suddenly going to disappear if I didn't start soon. She's gazing at me intently. She's trying not to make it obvious, but I can tell she's very eager to see my reaction. Whatever I say next will decide what her face will show. I take a spoonful of the glossy white rice and put it in my mouth. It's good. Perfect flavour and texture. While I'm at it, let's try some side dishes too. Marvellous. Really wasn't lying about her cooking skills. Let's be fair though, she probably knows only the best recipes from around the world. Since she's a robot, there wouldn't be any inconsistencies with her cooking. If they program her to be a top-level chef, then this was to be expected. There's nothing to be surprised about. But a robot's just a robot. She wouldn't be able to top something that Mama used to make, as they say. Although personally, I'd never had an opportunity to taste my mother's cooking, so I can't compare. Looking back at Lucy, who was still staring at me with great anticipation, I think about what I should say. I can feel an aura of confidence around her, yet she appears to be worried at the same time. She's expecting me to say something. Finally make my reply. It's been nice. I don't like being horrible to her. Well, it tastes alright, I guess.
다행이네요.
Even with my meek response, she still lets out a big sigh of relief.
입맛에 맞으실까 내심 걱정했어요. 식성에 대한 정보가 부족했거든요.
You don't need to concern yourself with that. I've been eating fast food all my life. I'll eat anything, even if you make some porridge from pig's intestines.
루시의 음식은 돼지죽과 동급이란 말이로군요. 요리 하나 제대로 못하는 루시를 부디 용서하세요.
Oh dear.
정말 루시는 안드로이드 실격이에요.
She actually looks pretty depressed about this. She looks as if she's about to run off while leaving behind a trail of tears. Am I supposed to chase after her while holding a piece of bread in my mouth or something? No, that's not what I meant. I'm saying that it tastes better than what I'd expected, so you don't need to beat yourself up over it.
정말인가요?
Yeah.
정말 믿어도 되는 거죠?
Doesn't take long for Lucy to cheer up and start humming away happily. It's nice that she's easy to deal with. Continue to eat in silence while checking up on her after a few spoonfuls. I can't tell how much time has passed. The bowl of rice I'd been eating has started to show its bottom. I steal a glance at the clock. It's not yet time to leave for school. While reveling in my satisfaction, I decide to sit back in my chair and chill out for a bit. Some time passes. While cleaning up the empty dishes, Lucy asked me a question. Her tone was quite delicate, as if to soothe a small animal.
저 실례지만 주인님, 어제부터 궁금했던 것이 하나 있는데요.
What is it?
저기
She seemed to be hesitating, so I give her a little push. Go ahead.
로봇을 싫어하는 것은 혹시 아버님의 영향인가요?
The question catches me off guard. All the unpleasant memories involving my father come flying back. I slowly realize that my chopsticks were frozen in mid-air. Without missing a beat, I continue delivering the food to my mouth. In an attempt to hide my surprise, I purposely give a curt answer. Well, I guess you could say that. Nothing will change from denying it. I put down the chopsticks and locked eyes with Lucy. The robots just laid waste to the values and beliefs I've had for the past 18 years. Keeping my eyes on the robot, I mused. Now that I think about it, I was probably brainwashed.
세뇌 당했다고 하심은?
I've heard nothing but awful things about robots since I was little. Robots are bad, robots make us ill, robots harm society. I grew up listening to that all the time, so it sort of rubbed off on me. The previous generation of IT, now the new generation of robots. As long as we live sandwiched between two generations, there's bound to be people advocating against new technology such as robots. There are plenty of people out there who are strongly opposed to the production of robots. My father is a prime example. Similar to what happened during the Industrial Revolution, the effects of this profound new technology is gradually expanding across the globe. Robots are slowly taking away people's job opportunities. It costs less to maintain robots than to pay employee salaries. Robots never complain, and they're consistent in their performance, unlike people. They don't feel any stress or pain, and they never mess around. So it would be much easier to deal with a robot than to fuss over a troublesome worker. We're only beginning to find out what kind of changes robots will bring to our society. Unemployment is getting out of control. All the newly formed jobs are being handled by robots. This is why many people shun robots. No one understands whether this is a temporary phenomenon arising from the drastic changes in our lifestyle, or if it's a type of psychological disease. It'll only become clearer as time goes on. One thing I can say for sure is that there's always been a divide amongst the population, as made evident by the luditism movement in the early 1800s. Some are more willing to accept this new technology, while some are not. To me, a world run by robots doesn't seem too promising. It was too late by the time I've finally grown old enough to be able to think for myself. It's not as simple as just changing my perspective, because maybe I still would have turned out like this even without my father's influence. My hatred for robots has simply become part of my life now. The most horrifying part of brainwashing is that you can never fight against it. It's technically impossible to bend someone completely to your will. You can't do anything about people acting loyal on the outside but despising you on the inside. Brainwashing is different, however, because the person wouldn't have the knowledge to think for themselves in the first place. It's impossible to take advantage of that bit by bit. As long as the victim never comes to realize this, he'll never be able to retaliate. So it also needs to be a compelling reason for him to change. Even with a good reason, it's likely that he won't be willing to accept it. Because if he did, he would be going against all the beliefs he'd held for his entire life. It would crumble the foundation of this very existence. The older a person becomes, the harder it gets for him to admit that he has been in the wrong. Who knows, maybe I would have never come to hate robots. It's too late for me to start thinking about that now, though.
루시는 말이죠. 주인님과 아버님 두 분 모두 로봇을 좋아해 주었으면 좋겠어요. 루시를 좋아해 주셨으면 좋겠어요. 앞으로 이곳에서 사이좋게 잘해나가고 싶으니까요.
Upon hearing that, I unknowingly let out a bitter laugh. You saw what my father did when he found out you're a robot. You're asking for the impossible. It'd be a relief in itself if nothing happens to you behind my back.
그럴지도 몰라요. 하지만 그래도 로봇을 좋아해 주셨으면 좋겠어요.
I sigh softly. She's failing to think logically as a computer. Even after hearing that my father wants to throw you out, how could you still hope for something like that? If person A hates person B, it's likely that person B will come to hate person A. At least that's how it is in normal human relationships. So how come Lucy can't grasp this? Because she's very patient and forgiving? No way. It's because she's a robot that knows how to suppress its emotions. It's because she isn't human.
아버님도 분명 주인님처럼 마음이 따뜻한 분이시랍니다. 루시는 알 수 있어요. 그래서 앞으로 주인님과 좋은 관계를 유지했으면 하고 바라고 있어요. 아, 물론 루시하고도요.
You're already mistaken by calling me kind-hearted.
아버님뿐만이 아니에요.
She just ignored me. That little.
주인님도 리페어샵의 수리공 아저씨도 연구소 여러분들도 모두 좋은 사람들 뿐이랍니다. 주인님을 비롯한 세상 모든 사람들을 최선을 다해 서포트하는 것. 그게 루시의 사명이자 바람이에요.
Definitely sounds like something a robot would say. It doesn't seem like she's capable of sorting the good from the bad. I can't help but give her a cynical reply. In the end, we're the same. You've also been brainwashed, but in a different way. Lucy slightly tilts her head to the side. She seems to do that whenever she's confused about something.
주인님, 무슨 말씀이신가요?
You will love humans. That's essentially what's been programmed into your main system. You have no free will. That's an illusion. You have no choice but to act this way. She tilts her head from side to side. She doesn't seem to understand. You want to help everyone, right?
네, 물론이에요.
And you're happy when you help people.
네, 무척 기쁘답니다.
Why do you think that you want to help others and that you feel happy once you do?
글쎄요. 이유가 뭘까요?
It's because the program those researchers put inside you is forcing you to feel this way.
그런 건가요?
Yeah. Your will and your personality are yours, but at the same time they aren't. They're from the people that made you. They programmed you this way and you're simply following orders. You're nothing but a puppet on the stage whose strings are being pulled. It may look like something is moving by itself at first glance, but it's actually being held up by wires. And there are many people behind the stage controlling these wires. That's who you are. You're only moving according to how they want you to move. Pupils in Lucy's eyes diminish. She appears to be deep in thought.
주인님께서 무슨 말씀을 하고 싶으신 건지 잘 모르겠어요.
I'm saying that your actions have no actual meaning. You're just a toy made to do certain tasks at a certain time. Nothing about you is real. There's no significance. Do you understand? The mind, its emotions and its intuitions are on the inside. The body, its movements and its reactions on the outside. They're just part of a computer algorithm created by someone. Then they aren't genuine. Any gestures, any sentiments, there's no meaning behind them. I stress that idea over and over again. Something like that doesn't have any meaning.
그건 아니에요, 주인님.
She startles me with a sudden rebuttal. I wasn't expecting that from her. What are you talking about?
의미가 없는 것은 아니랍니다. 의미는 분명히 있어요.
You're saying that there is a meaning? You still don't get it. You were made to be friendly with humans through a program. Not by your own choice. Your actions and feelings, they're artificial. That's why they're meaningless.
상관없어요, 누구의 의도이든.
What?
누구의 의향이든 루시가 누군가를 도우면 누군가는 기뻐해요. 누군가가 기뻐하면 루시도 더불어 기뻐할 수 있어요. 누군가를 도울 수 있었으니까요. 루시는 사람을 도움으로 인해 보람을 느낄 수 있고 사람들은 필요로 하던 도움을 받을 수 있어요. 루시는 그것만으로도 만족할 수 있어요. 그게 만약 누군가에 의해 의도된 상황에 불과하더라도 행동 역시 루시의 의지가 아닌 타이에 의한 것이라고 하더라도 루시에게 있어서 그건 전혀 중요한 문제가 아니에요. 루시가 그때 받았던 감정, 도왔던 행위, 도움을 준 사실, 도움을 받은 누군가의 마음. 이 과정을 주인님은 가짜라고 부를지도 몰라요. 의도적으로 만들어졌으니까요. 하지만 루시에게는 이것이 진짜고 또한 절대 의미가 없지도 않답니다.
Nonsense.
제 이름은 루시 발렌타인이에요.
Lucy states her name, as if she's announcing herself before a crowd. She also did not refer to herself in third person.
루시라는 이름은 빛이라는 뜻의 라틴어에서 따왔다고 해요. 사람들의 희망의 등불이 될 수 있도록 그런 희망을 담아 지어진 이름이라고 해요. 사람을 돕는 것, 사람을 도운 후에 성취감을 느끼는 것. 이것이 루시의 삶의 목적이자 보람이랍니다. 루시가 느끼는 가슴이 따뜻해지는 이 기분. 이게 비록 타이에 의해 만들어졌다고 하더라도 이 감정은 거짓이 되지 않는답니다. 그건 분명 의도에 상관없이 진실하다고 믿고 있어요.
Sorry. I tried to say something back, but the words never came out. I feel as if there was something stuck in my throat. It wasn't exactly because I agreed with her, and it wasn't because I was touched by her words either. I I actually thought she was very stubborn, as stubborn as a mule. It was rather because of how Lucy appeared so mature and real, the way she confidently stated her opinion. Nothing about her was as remotely close to my idea of a robot. That was why I could only sit in silence. And we'll leave it there for this time. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please press that like button and please subscribe. But until then, I'll see you all later.